Hello guys and gals, this is my first YouTube broadcast. I'm come to tell you about my comic books because I am a comic book writer. My name is Sean Michael Wilson. I'm from Scotland but I live in Japan. I'm in Japan right now. Well, you can't tell, I could be anywhere in the world, but I'm in Japan, I promise you. I'm wearing a hat that my mother bought me when I was 21. So let me tell you about my comic books, or graphic novels, or manga, whatever you want to call them. This is my first one, and this book was published at the end of 2003. This is my first book. It's a graphic novel, ordinary style graphic novel, we could say, in that it has a clear beginning, a clear ending, and a specific story to it. I write the stories, I'm not the artist. So I write the script, gensaku as it's called in Japanese, and pass it on to the artists who draw the art based on my script. This book was made possible by a grant from the Arts Council in London, England, as the Who once said. And so thanks to them I got started in my comic book career, maybe you can call it that. My second book is this one here, Manga Mover, and this one came out a year later. This is the English, and if you turn it over it has it in Japanese, although that is actually slightly incorrect Japanese. That says Masaga Mover. This book is a collaboration of 4 creators. There's Misako Rocks, who's now done several books for big New York publishing companies. This was her first story, Rock and Roll Love. It also has art by Sakura Mizuki. And Sakura Mizuki is one of the artists on the Ring horror manga, that's a famous one, and it has a story by me as well. That was my first collaboration, my first effort in manga, and I moved to Japan a few months after that book came out. But my next book was not a manga one at all. Oh dear, it's got some water damage on the cover here, oh dear, this value's gone down. This is my next one, Beautiful Things. And Beautiful Things was a collaboration between me and 8 European artists from England and Scotland and Argentina. Argentina's not in Europe, but the artist was from Argentina, but he lives in France now. And there was a Spanish artist as well and another French artist. So this is poetic comics. It's all short stories and short poems turned into comic books. Here's one that uses a photo montage technique by an English artist called Tom Buchanan. That's a very Scottish name, but he's actually from England. Here's another one by the Spanish artist with our friend George Bush on it. And a very cool one by Zeal, who now lives in Hastings, I think, or is it Bristol? I've forgotten. And this is the book which I like the best so far, I think, out of all my books, Beautiful Things. So if you want to check out my site, you can have a look at it there. You can go to boychildproductions.co.uk and you can see and buy my manga there. You can also go to my new blog, which is SeanMichaelWilson.com or .blog, whatever it is. I'll have to check that. My 4th book, which came out in 2006, is The Japanese Drawing Room. And this is actually a full-blown manga. This one is a historical manga. And it's a true story. We did a lot of research for this book. A hell of a lot. For instance, that boat that you can see there is the real boat, or rather it's a drawing of the real boat, that took them over from Britain to Japan in 1885. A lot of my books have been published by not traditional comic book publishers, because the kind of things I do, they're not really traditional superhero stories or fantasy things in general. I don't have a problem with them, it's just not the kind of thing I do in general. Back cover introduction by Mr. Paul Gravatt, who is probably the top expert on comic books in the UK. A very knowledgeable man, and someone who I've worked with a few times now, which is nice. The next book I did was yaoi manga, and that basically is boys love manga, where boys get together and do naughty things to each other. This one is not so bad. A little bit naughty, but not so bad. That was by Yayoi Press in America. Of course, there's a debate as to how you pronounce Yayoi, but whatever. I don't care enough about manga to get involved in such things. And my sixth book, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,